What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. And in this video, we actually have to talk about Waymo again. We just covered them last week for some news and manufacturing stuff that they just came out with, and now it's getting worse. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right into what's going on.
Tonight, self-driving car company Waymo hitting the brakes, recalling more than 1,200 vehicles due to minor collisions involving chains, gates, and other gate-like roadway barriers across the country. Waymo, whose parent company is Alphabet, citing a software issue which was resolved in November 2024 as the root of the problem, and stating that none of the resulting crashes caused injury, and the vast majority of which were low speed. The company says the issue does not impact cars currently on the road.
Do you see this as a major setback for the company and for the industry?
I don't think this is a major step back for the company or for the industry. It just highlights this is the root cause of the scientific problem that has not really been resolved.
Waymo, going the wrong way! Last year, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration launched an investigation.
So last week when I covered the manufacturing, I talked about how they're an issue to traffic and how they impede traffic and they mess up traffic and all this other crap and things at times. It's going on this wrong side of the street. I just find it funny because somebody put a video here on this, and it's running into areas where it shouldn't be running into. And one of the craziest parts is somebody in my comments, I have to go see who put it, but there was a lot of great comments in that video. Thank you to everybody who commented in that video. I really appreciate that. But somebody in the comments was talking about their long-term availability is very bad because of the type of car brand that they use. I believe they use Jaguars or something like that. Instead of using a cheaper car, they're using a really expensive car brand and stuff, which is going to increase their cost of production and all this other stuff. And they can't withstand how much that's going to be, especially when Tesla's robo-taxis go everywhere. And apparently Tesla's robo-taxi already going to be in Saudi and the US off the get-go. I think Waymo is in like Japan and one other country outside of the US, but very few areas in the US, only on the West Coast right now. They're trying to expand this year, which is why they built that manufacturing hub in Arizona or Nevada, one of those areas. But yeah, it's just not good. It's just not good. This is not a good start. This is there's gonna be things that are gonna come out, especially these cars are driverless. We're gonna see issues with them all the time. I guarantee you'll see issues with the Tesla ones when they first come out and stuff. It's just what happens. That's why I won't be getting in any of them. I am never a person, and I always say this consistently, I am never a person who gets something as soon as it comes out that has any kind of software in it, because anything can happen inside of it, and it hasn't been out long enough for the full testing and stuff, in my opinions. But yeah.
Wrong way! Last year, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration launched an investigation into Waymo after reports of its robo-taxis exhibiting driving behavior that potentially violated traffic safety laws. Some instances caught on camera.
Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy.
A man stuck in a Waymo on his way to the airport in Scottsdale as it drove out of control in circles.
This car is just going in circles.
A low-speed crash into a telephone pole in Phoenix. A robo-taxi turning into oncoming traffic in Tempe.
It's going the wrong way.
One swerving in and out of its lane, others driving into construction zones.
Sir, we cannot move. We're sorry.
And ignoring an officer's instruction to pull to the side.
We're not driving.
We reached out to the NHTSA, which confirmed the investigation is still open. Despite these incidents, Waymo reiterating their technology leads to safer roads. Waymo data showing their driverless cars reduced injury-causing collisions by 81% compared to expected human performance over 50 million miles.
I'm optimistic. My estimate is within the next 5 years, we should be able to overcome and fundamentally resolve these type of issues and then allow the companies to deploy in a large scale.
A Waymo spokesperson telling NBC News, "We hold ourselves to a high safety standard, and our record of reducing injuries over tens of millions of fully autonomous miles driven shows our technology is making roads safer."
And Steve Patterson joins us now from Los Angeles. I mean, it's sort of wild, Steve, to see all of those moments put together because it feels like a lot. But this voluntary recall, this also feels like an incredibly significant setback in the world of driverless cars. Do we have any idea when these cars will be back on the road and maybe even in more cities across the country?
Yeah, so it's arguably a setback for Waymo, but the company says that they've fixed the issue and significantly decreased the likelihood of those types of incidents. As for the industry, the expert we spoke to, he remains hopeful. He again thinks it's very safe in the major cities where it already exists and expects a full-scale deployment in about 5 years across the country, which of course will be more difficult, but attainable alongside third-party safety testing and government oversight. Waymo, of course, launching in 2015, the rideshare service in 2020. It plans to expand to 4 more cities as early as next year.
Wow.
Allison?
That's pretty much the end of the video, but I think that's the reason why I just did a video covering Elon talking about his boring company for tunnels for vehicles to go through, especially his robo-taxis. And I think this is one of the reasons why Elon wants the Teslas to go through these tunnels so that only their vehicles are going through it. And it's like easier for him to control the environment where his vehicles are actually driving through. That I think now after seeing this, it's adding to why I think that is. And if Elon ever says that, just know I said it here first, or he got the idea from me. But regardless, I think Waymo's best bet when it comes to all of these incidents that are happening is actually, is this safer than an actual human driving? Is it safer than me driving? No. I'm never going to drive on the wrong side of the road like that or hit a pole moving that slow while driving. It's just little stuff like that. It can't register certain things yet. And I believe this is why NVIDIA's playground area for the driverless training is actually really good. Maybe Alphabet or Google and Waymo should go talk to NVIDIA about training their vehicles in that sense to add more to help with their driverless driving or whatever other reasons or things that they might need help with for their vehicles, especially if they're trying to scale up across the whole US and be one of the main competitors to Tesla in the future for driverless robo-taxis and things. But yeah, I don't know. They just have to show and maintain a lower casualty and higher safety rating than actual humans driving and keep those statistics lower. And those statistics are obviously going to be lower because you're not going to have drunk Waymos like driving and things. Like if you take out all of that from humans and you're just talking about like a regular human driving day to day to work or to the airport or anything, or you just look at Uber drivers or Lyft drivers, compare it to Uber and Lyft drivers. What are their statistics compared to those people? That's where you should really be comparing it towards, because it's the same industry almost. And are those people, your Uber driver is not supposed to be drunk. So, I mean, less chances of kind of that error, that outside influence being in there. But without further ado, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you have anything that you want me to react to and you have any recommendations, send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com. That will also be in the description down below, and check out all my other links down there as well. Without further ado, peace.